The 10 most annoying
things about vegetables since Gordon Brown is going on about them, and the TV news people are constantly showing us mountains of thrown away food. The 10 most annoying things about vegetables at number
10.
Potatoes. You must have them. There must always be potatoes in the house. And you get down to one that's starting to grow sprouts and green and everything.
Oh, many. I always end up with loads of them.
You all buy potatoes. The 10 most annoying things about vegetables at number
9.
Organic, you should. You think to yourself on your shop, I'll get something organic. I know, carrots.
8.
Tomatoes, far too much choice. Far too much choice. You just want a tomato, right? Beefsteak, cherry, plum, on the vine, organic, you know, too much choice.
7.
You buy a squash, and then, in the middle of the night, because you're worried about Gordon Brown seeing you, you get dressed up in balaclava and your SAS gear, and you throw it away. And you hope that the police aren't watching you. Because you never eat a squash, do you?
Why?
It's too much faff.
It's difficult.
The hearty, you can't peel it,
you
you hurt your fingers, and inside there's all that stuff that looks like a spider's intestines. You can't possibly eat a squash. And if you do, it just shrivels. It's
6.
Aubergines. How can something that looks so good be so disappointing? Don't they look like the absolute DBs of the vegetable kingdom?
They're really not.
Purple, plump, shiny. You get them home, whatever you cook with them, they just go. At number
5.
Swede, parsnips, turnips. They're rubbish. Aren't they? Root vegetables, really?
Aren't they all the same thing anyway?
They are. They're so disappointing. At number 4, mushrooms. Sorry, you mean fungus.
That's a horrible thought.
Shiitake, fungus. It's fungus, okay? Oyster, fungus. Okay? Chestnut, it's not chestnut, it's fungus.
Good thing to have at a party, though, eh?
True.
Fun, guys.
Yes, thank you.
Oh, Simon.
Oh, no.
At number 3, spinach. Washed or unwashed?
You have to wash it.
But the point about... We call spinach in our house Lord Lucan, because when you cook it, it just disappears.
It does.
It does. You buy a sack of it, don't you?
And it only comes in big bags.
It takes up 3/4 of your wire basket. You get it home and it reduces to less than a teaspoon. You know? At number 2, lettuce. That's just cabbage that thinks it's special. It's just a cabbage. It's just a hoity-toity cabbage, okay? And it gets a fancy name, mind you, so does cabbage. Where do they get off calling that green cat Savoy?
And the number 1 most annoying...
For me, this is thing about vegetables. I don't know, you guys will definitely have your own nomination, but I go broccoli. And the reason broccoli is really annoying is because you slice it, you cut it up into those, what they call florets, don't you? And you get your pan of scalding water. And you know that the stalk takes 10 minutes to cook, whereas the florets are cooked in about 5 seconds.
Yes.
So you have to make a judgment. If you're going for the floret sensation, in and out, and that means crunchy stalks, or if you want the stalks to be cooked properly, you know that the florets will have all abandoned the stalk and spread themselves around the pan of scalding water. So you get this stuff that looks like frog spawn. So that's why broccoli is the most annoying vegetable for me. Any other takers? Cucumbers?
Oh, yeah, they're annoying.
In that
Don't
little
taste of anything.
Well, why do they put them in a condom? Why do they sell them in condoms? That's changed the way you see cucumbers for life, hasn't it? Okay. Here comes Tommy Cooper with the news. Sorry, Simon. And the 10 most annoying things about vegetables just before the news and travel. And this from text ends 175. Thank you. Our number is 81800. Say it again in just a second. We once found an onion sprouting in the cupboard and planted it. We were so proud until a friend said, well, what are you going to grow? It's already an onion. Oh, yeah. Another text ends 243. Thank you for this. Celery. The most horrible taste ever. Stringy and no enjoy, and you get a piece of string caught in your teeth.
Oh, yeah.
For about 20 minutes. Yeah.
Very good for you, though.
Is it? No, it's
good for
not.
you.
There's nothing in celery that's of any goodness whatsoever.
That's a lie.
It's got no minerals, it's got no vitamins, It's got
Got
nothing.
lots of vitamins.
It hasn't got lots of
It must
vitamins.
have something in it.
Chlorophyll,
I bet you.
Water.
I bet you that
String.
well, water isn't good for you.
It's very good for you.
Do you know, it constantly amazes me with all the bombardment we get about nutrition and diet and everything, how little people like you know about diet. You're saying that there's goodness in celery. I guarantee you that you won't be able to find between now and 10 o'clock a food substance that has less goodness in it than a stick of celery.
Mars bar.
I'll bet you a fiver.
What?
I'll bet you a fiver. I'll bet you a fiver you can't find a foodstuff that's more useless than celery between now and 10 o'clock.
More useless?
Yeah, more useless. That
How so?
contains less goodness. Contains less fibre, less mineral, less vitamin, less goodness, less carbohydrate.
All right, you're on.
Am I on?
Yeah,
Pound for
you're
pound
on.
this is.
Yeah, all right.
Pound
Fiver.
for pound, okay.